What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Um, this is Comic Cons. I got two special guests with me. Uh, one is my co-host, the other is my sis. Always holding me down. We trying to put together this channel for the kids, talking about these comic book discussions, video game discussions. But the main basis is comic book. We're gonna be talking about TV shows. We're gonna be talking about comic books. Shoot, me and Mac may actually cover a whole comic book series for y'all. I think I want to do Planet Hulk, but I don't know if I want to do Immortal Hulk. We got a lot of stuff. But let me bring my co-host on real quick. If I would have bet, I would have owed Tay Tay some money because she definitely said he's gonna be here, and he got right there. It would have been like Mac would have been one of them dudes hitting you right at the bell. Let me bring him on. My co-host.
Yeah, I slid in right at 7:59. What you mean? We said we were starting at 8:00, so I was here at 7.
Yeah, you did. You came exactly. You came like literally a second before the bell. Like me. You hit right at the bell because I did that to somebody one time. He said I sucker punched him. My coach said no, he didn't. He hit you right at the bell. Protect yourself at all times.
Hey, and I got to tell you, if we do Hope, we have to start in storyline fashion, like with the story. So we do it more.
You want to go from back in the day when he was
No. I want to start. We're gonna do that like Immortal Hulk. You got to go from Planet Hulk to World Breaker Hulk to Immortal Hulk.
Oh God, dang! All right, and you know what? That'll give me something to do.
And that'll give us content, bro.
Yeah, that will definitely give us content.
You know what I'm saying? So
even though it's worth it, that's a good.
It's definitely worth it because they all flow together and they flow into each other. So we gotta do it that way. And then
that World Breaker Hulk one, yes,
it's not done at all.
So
they are still going, and we have to get it. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna get into it. We'll talk about it on the back end.
Yeah. Facts.
We got to bring in my sweetheart.
And she definitely defended you. Let's bring in the queen of MMA, but she also likes to talk comic books and things like that. Tay Tay Brown.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on?
Hey, Tay Tay.
Hey, what's up, Mac? What's going on?
What's going on?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, it's good. What's up, Act?
Oh, nothing, sis. Only thing I don't like is that avatar. It ain't no cussing or nothing. I know we want to because we get a little excited. Let's remember this is a 12 to 17-year-old page. It's literally pediatrics.
All right. You know what I wanted to say. All right.
No regular doctor. This is literally pediatric.
Okay. I work with pediatric people too.
So this is more about them, y'all, because I gave my Fave 5 comic book characters.
I want you to do it again, though.
Oh my God, I ain't even write it down. Didn't even write it down. That's why I wanted to make it about y'all.
And you tell us to write it down.
Look, I did it off the top. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I did it off the top. But I'm gonna basically go back and forth. That's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go to Tay first and see what her first is, and I'm gonna go to Matt, and we're gonna do it that way.
All right.
So Tay, start from your. Actually, do y'all have any honorable mentions that y'all feel like y'all wanted on the list that couldn't make it on the list, just to stretch it out a little bit longer?
Because I changed my list last minute, I do have 2 honorable mentions.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll let Tay take it.
Yeah, let Tay go first. Yeah, I did say Tay's going. Tay, do you got any honorable mentions, any comic book characters that you missed that you was like, damn, I got to put this person over this person? But
not really. I'm not really. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Not really.
Okay.
I'm not really.
Okay. So Matt, go ahead.
as much as I wanted to, I did want to put Iron Man on my list, and the reason I wanted to put Iron Man on my list
Thank
is not
God you
so
took
much.
him off.
But you got to understand, Iron Man has storylines that are some of the best storylines.
No, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. I even like the anime.
And that's why I had him on my list. And one of the biggest things about Iron Man is that later on, if y'all are into the Iron Man series, it actually comes out that he is not Howard Stark's son, that he was adopted, and that Howard Stark's son, that their original son, they was hiding from this alien android that they promised their son to. Like it's a whole storyline in that series, and that's one of my favorite Iron Man's like series. And his brother was like the smartest being in the universe.
Wow.
Like his brother is smart. So y'all would have I would let y'all get into that later, but the reason that their older son was born, they put this thing in him, like he had superpowers, like he actually had powers, because the android promised them they had to promise him their son, because their son was going to save the universe later on down the line, but they didn't want to give their son up, and their son was actually born with a condition. Even though as smart as he was born with a condition. When Iron Man found out, he actually saved his brother, only to find out his brother was end up being not so evil, but so smart that he was, like an anti-hero, a villain almost, but not. His intellect was different, and he knew. It was almost like Ultron, like in a sense.
Yeah, I was reading that story. I actually like the comic book story better. Well, of course,
the comic book story of Ultron is better. Ultron is an Iron Man villain. He's not an Avengers villain.
Yeah,
they brought him in Avengers later on, but he's an Iron Man villain. That's why he hates, even in the movie and in the Avengers stories, he hates Tony so much.
Yeah, he does. It's like his purpose.
But that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to make that my honorable mention, because I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of Iron Man as a kid. I didn't grow into liking Iron Man.
You know what's crazy, man?
And I got older.
You know what's crazy? I used to watch the Sunday morning cartoon. Sorry, they used to show the Hulk, Iron Man, and Fantastic Four.
Yep.
At least in New York, in Jersey area.
See, I grew up with my pops. I grew up with Spider-Man and the Super Friends. He had Iceman with him and all that.
Yeah, that's before me, Jim.
Oh, I remember that, the Iceman.
But I know what you're talking about.
Purple Twin Powers.
Brothers and sisters. Yeah. Fire. What was her name? Firestar. What was she? What was her name?
I think Firestar.
Firestorm.
Oh, Firestorm. Something like that.
DC.
Yeah, but I know what you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. So that's because my older brothers and sisters.
And my other honorable mentions is Spider-Man. And most people would have Spider-Man on their list. But
I actually think I forgot about him. How could I?
You can never forget about Spider-Man. Spider-Man literally made Marvel. Spider-Man he's one of
the he's the most popular character. You know that, right?
So Tay Tay, do you know, if you ever go look at the top two selling comics ever, is Spider-Man and Superman. Like the number one Superman and number one Spider-Man are the top two selling comic books ever. Spider-Man comics made Marvel who they are today. Like they had other comics, don't get it wrong. Captain America was their first real comic. Even with the X-Men series and all that, but Spider-Man is what made Marvel. Why you think when the Marvel universe blew up, it wasn't because of Blade. It wasn't because of what was the other comic? They had
it was because of Blade movie-wise.
No, it was Spider-Man. Spider-Man put them up.
No. I'm telling you, Wesley made that.
No, Wesley made Blade. Wesley made Blade.
When Spider-Man but came to the scene, why the movie started rolling out, though, man. This is a fact.
No, I'm not saying that's not.
I remember Blade being in the comic books.
But we talking about like
he's looking at it from a different aspect. I'm not saying Blade is not the reason that they was making comics. I'm not saying that, bro. Listen, hear me out. You had Blade come out, you had the Hulk come out, you had X-Men come out. All the movies, Blade was the best out of all of them. X-Men, Hulk, all the movies was trash. But when that first Spider-Man came out, and the way it was made with comic book theatrics. Like, it was the way it came out, it started a whole new era in movies from Marvel. Like, everything Marvel put out after that, except X-Men, was breaking records in movie theaters. Like, everybody was going to see movies. They wasn't going to see movies.
I gotta be honest, Mac. One thing I will say, because I was real little, but I was old enough to know what was going on. I will say that after that, you started seeing more. Put it this way: when I was a baby, it wasn't normal constantly seeing comic book movies come out year after year after year. It actually was more of a rarity back in those days. After that, tell you this. So Matt got a point as far as that. After that,
I want you to know this.
Movie,
check this out.
They started rolling them out.
Spider-Man 1. This is the first Spider-Man movie. This is not the other Spider. This is Spider-Man 1. Box office numbers, 825 million.
That's
US dollars.
Back then, and then you got to remember this early 2000s.
Blade brought in 70 million worldwide. So you see the difference? You see what? Now you get what I'm saying? Like, it isn't. Like,
I knew it sold more. I wasn't arguing that point, but I still feel like Leslie.
No, I get it. Like, he
didn't get his just due.
That's all I'm saying. Is like, Spider-Man is the reason Marvel kind of took. You remember when DC started taking it back? Like, DC was making some great comics. Don't get it wrong. Back then, DC was number one. Like, nobody was touching DC, but Marvel was trying to compete. It wasn't until Marvel dropped Spider-Man when Spider-Man actually just took the main stage. And I did, as a kid, like a few Spider-Man movies, but he just wasn't. I mean, the Spider-Man comics, he just wasn't my favorite. This is a list of our favorites, so I did want to mention him because of the things that he was able to do for Marvel at that pinnacle. But I love Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Man and Scarlet Spider with Ben Reilly. Like, those were the type of and Kane.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And Kane Parker, like, those were my favorite Spider-Man comics growing up.
I like the Amazing Spider-Man. That was more. Yeah, that was more in my bracket.
And the Invincible Spider-Man was some bad comics. I loved them. But those were the ones that I kind of grew up, me personally, what got me to reading the Spider-Man series is those comics. But that wasn't my typical. So
I should have put him on the cover. I don't know why I think it's Spider-Man. He deserved to be on the cover at least. That was disrespectful of me. Sorry about that, Spider-Man. You made my childhood. I just want to say, with all due respect, Spider-Man, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double back on what Tay and Mac, bring to the table, whatever. I
think we should do a whole show about Spider-Man. I'm down to do that.
I have no problem with that, and I could go for days and talk about Spider-Man, some of the tactics and things that he do, why he's so hard to beat, even though he's not even the strongest or even the smartest. Just Spider-Man alone, Mac done fell out. He'll come back.
Where is he?
He always do that. But Mac definitely got a point with Spider-Man. He definitely got a point with Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man was that dude. There you go.
My bad. I don't know what happened.
There you go.
Remember, Mac old enough to remember when Spawn was the number one selling comic, and that wasn't even Marvel or DC. That was Dark Horse.
Yes, I do.
So
And they are about to start a process of making that movie again.
yeah, because they was doing good with Jeremy Renner and Jamie Foxx, and then the pandemic happened. We would have got it already.
Yep.
Um, okay, so outside the honorable, shoot, you know what? Spider Man is part of my honorable mention too. Mac damn sure right about that. I feel terrible about that. Spider Man really made my childhood. The Saturday morning cartoon, I always called it Radioactive Spider Man, but it was just the 90s Spider Man TV show. That dude that played his voice made my life. He the reason why I always got to have like the last word. He really like did that. So much respect to him. And let me tell y'all something. The dude that produced that show, they put him through so much stuff. He couldn't have Spider-Man punching anybody. If you pay attention, that show was great, probably because of all of that stuff, all of the barriers that they put on that dude. So, mad respect to the people that made my childhood. All right, so Tay Tay, who is your number 5?
My number 5 would be Miss Marvel.
Wait, hold on, hold the phone. Why you like Miss Marvel? If you can answer that.
Oh, why I love Miss Marvel because she has the ability to fly, super human strength, and she is no nonsense. I've always been a fan of Miss Marvel.
You ain't lying about that. She is one of them type of chicks.
Yeah,
She has no problem taking it there.
that's why I
Wasn't
love
there
her.
a comic Mac where she fought the Century?
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel,
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah. So yes, I think it is. I had to go back. See, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm a little different, and I love Captain Marvel. But the thing is, I was a fan of Captain Marvel when it was a dude and he was a Kree, and he had a green suit. Then he
Oh
changed to the
yeah,
blue
that's
and red
around the
suit,
time
the
they
blue,
was
red, and
arguing.
gold suit. Yeah, and at the time when he had the blue and red suit, she was Miss Marvel. And when they killed
Yeah.
and they killed him, and once they killed him, she became Captain Marvel. And then you got the new Miss Marvel when she was a Inhuman. So it was kind of like that storyline, and I kind of like I love like her powers is her powers, like that's how she got them like for real. But I just the way they killed him off, and it kind of pushed me away because he was no more. Like he is no more. Like they're not going to talk about Marvel anymore. And that's where he got his name. He was Marvel, and even when they did the movie, like they messed the movie up, and they made Marvel um, a scientist, and it's like y'all like that movie really frustrated me. But I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole show. I would decapitate that movie.
Yo,
Like
now
that
we do
movie.
the review. But we gonna do reviews on here too. Actually, I gotta do the Flash review.
I still got to
I
watch
already got
that
the
too.
cover set up. I gotta do the
Oh,
Flash
Mac, you
review.
didn't see the Flash?
Man, I haven't watched any movies.
Oh, you gotta watch the Flash. I'm
See
not gonna
how
say
Okay.
he
nothing
never
else
don't
about him.
watch any movies? That's how people be like, you don't watch this show? They be thinking I'm so
Well,
weird
I
at my
mean,
job. I don't know why I rather movies.
some
I
people
don't
don't
watch
watch
shows.
And I do, but
TV.
see, I do watch movies. I just hadn't been watching TV. I've been
Yeah.
so busy, I'm back in the gym and everything. And when I do get a chance
I'm
to watch
proud of you.
anything,
I'm proud of
it's
you too,
normally
champ.
YouTube. Appreciate it. If I
Proud of you.
watch anything, it's probably YouTube.
Yeah, I feel like it been more of that. I've been listening more to audio books. I've been the Flash stop motion with
I
Wally
actually been
West.
I actually been listening to a
That's a
lot of
good
comic books.
read. That is a good read, y'all.
Don't
Stop
forget
motion,
they
the
do comic
Flash.
book audio books.
Yeah, the newer ones. See, the ones that I'm talking about is actually a little older. They got like newer versions or whatever. You know what I mean? That joint is pretty good. So Mac, what's your number 5?
So, my number 5 is the Punisher. And if you
Uh-oh.
and if you if you ask I'm a
Frank
big
Castle.
Frank Castle fan. Like, I love Frank Castle. I love the Punisher. He has
So
no
you got him
superpowers
before Ghost
whatsoever.
Rider?
No,
No, I mean
no.
after Ghost Rider. I mean,
He's number 5. We're not starting at the top 10. This is the bottom.
I just was making sure because I know you like. I always hear you talk about the Punisher and Ghost Rider, but I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that.
I'm gonna tell you why. So I at first, if I'm gonna let everybody know, at first the Punisher was actually number 2 on my list.
Oh man, you really had to do some brainstorming. I'm glad I got you early.
Yeah, like he was really number 2 on my list. Like I love Frank Castle. He doesn't have any superpowers. You know what I'm saying? Uh, just a little tidbit. Like, this is the kind of comic book geek y'all get from me. Like, the person that created him was Jerry Conway, and I'm actually, hopefully he's supposed to be at this event tomorrow. I'm going to a comic book event tomorrow, and I hope I get to see him. He's
Tell
supposed to
them,
be there.
yo, Mac, tell them about our channel, please. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
I will. Comic-Con. Yes, I will.
I gotta invest in some comic books. I don't have none.
Man, if you see my collection,
you know what, Tay? That's what I should get you. A Superman comic, the new one.
and just give y'all a little background too. The Punisher first made his first appearance in the Amazing Spider-Man issue 129 in
Yes, sir.
1974.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And
Wow, I wasn't even born.
me neither. But you know,
He said, "Me neither."
but they just show you how much I love Frank Castle. Like, I'm a man.
But a lot of the comics me and Mac talk
anti-
about, me and him wasn't born.
So a lot of things, like a lot of the comics that I got, Tay Tay, I got 25-cent comics in my collection. Like, literally, I wasn't born.
I know they
I
worth
got
a
the first-
lot of money.
I got the first race with Superman and the Flash.
Matter of fact,
I was nowhere near born.
Tay Tay, I got one of the first issues of Captain Marvel when he was in the green suit. I got one of the first Captain Marvels when he was in the red and blue suit. I got one of the first Miss Marvels, and I got one of the first Captain Marvels when she took over as Captain Marvel. I got a Howard the Duck comic when he was 25. Like, I got.
Oh man, yo,
Howard the Duck. Oh, that's my movie.
I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go get not the movie that they try to do, not the movie that they try to do. We talk about the comic.
Yeah.
See, I'm lost. I don't have no comment. Wow.
Never. I always tell you, never go off of. Matter of fact, Tay didn't even know that the Mask was from Dark Horse Comics, man.
Yes.
I did not know that.
He was also a Dark Horse, and he also, I think Image bought Dark Horse because he's an Image comic now.
Yes.
But yes. And just to give you a little bit more about Punisher before we move on, I just want to let y'all know. So this is for my Iron Man fans. This is part of the reason why Iron Man had to be an honorable mention. Do y'all know that the Punisher was also the second War Machine?
Really?
Yeah,
no, never knew that. Nope.
Yeah,
I actually didn't know that.
Punisher was the second War Machine. And also, if y'all are a big fan of the Ghost Rider series, right now, the Cosmic Ghost Rider is the series that they're working on, and Frank Castle is the Ghost Rider. So this is one of the things, like, man, I heard that ice cream truck this late at night.
Come on, man.
But look, this it's great for the kids channel though. But Frank Castle, hands down.
I might incorporate that, Mac. You gave me an idea. I hope they don't pop. That's a good idea. I hope they don't either.
But this is one of the reasons why I'm a big Punisher fan. It's one of my favorite comic books to read. I wouldn't suggest this as a great read for young kids, but it was for me coming up. This was one of the ones that I was reading. This is one of the first few comics that I got into. If y'all even know, I got Punisher paraphernalia around, or I got Punisher skulls I keep on my guns. I'm a little thing about me. I'm a skull. I don't know what it is. I love skulls. So and Punisher skulls is like one of the things I put on a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm a big Punisher fan. Just a heads up. And one of my favorite comics by Punisher. One of my favorite comics by Punisher is when he fights Dakin, who is Wolverine's son. And if y'all ever read Dark Wolverine comics or Punisher comics,
Oh,
is when them
I
two
know
go
who
head to
that. I
head.
know what you talk about now.
Those are my
My
favorite Punisher comics. And if y'all want to get into the comic, start off with those.
X-23's reads ain't that bad. They ain't better than Wolverine's son.
But man, go listen to when the Punisher and Dakin fought, and Punisher had to get with Morbius, and Morbius gave him that's oh man, I ain't gonna tell y'all no more. Go read it for yourself. Let's move on to number 4. You there?
Yeah, my bad. My mute button it turned into yours. I had to fight with it. Tay Tay, what we got for number 4, sis?
Number 4, who I got is Storm. Yes,
Okay.
Storm.
I love that name, Aurora Monroe.
Yes, because
Aurora.
I like her because she has the ability to control the weather. She generates lightning, tornadoes, blizzard. I mean, to me, Storm is very dangerous. But I love her. Storm, that's my girl. She's my top 4.
Great choice. Great
Hmm.
choice.
Love Storm.
Storm, just a little.
Is she Omega level?
Yes, she is an
How
Omega
old
level.
Okay,
is
yeah,
Storm?
I
I
don't
heard
believe.
she's very old. How old is really Storm?
I don't know about very old, but
She is old though.
but you know,
I'll,
so
I'll
when
look that up. I don't,
I don't know if Storm old, but
yeah, I don't know if she is either.
Yeah,
you know
not that
Storm.
that old, but I think she's like around my age. That type of Storm, not the Holly Berry Storm, but the cartoon Storm.
Nah, just because she got the white hair, I think that's more be based on her powers thing.
No,
Because of
no,
the
no. I'm
light.
not talking about just because of her. I'm talking about her mindset is old. Not. I'm not talking about
Yeah,
her hair.
she is from Africa.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
that
from.
yes.
So Storm is from Kenya, just to let y'all know. But she was
Kenya,
also,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
hey,
Yes.
she was raised in Harlem, raised in New York. I mean, well, raised in
Ooh.
Harlem, New York, and she was raised in Cairo, Egypt.
Mm.
Mm.
You know, just to let y'all know, her
I
parents was
I
killed, so
actually
she was
didn't
an
know that.
orphan.
Mac taught me
I
something
knew she
about
was from Africa, but I didn't know she was from like raised in like that. I
Hmm
knew she was from Africa.
Yeah, she was off. Her parents
it.
got
Even though we
killed,
do got a
and
lot
she
of
was an
Africans
orphan.
on 126. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I picked her because I love her. I love her and her ability to control the weather as well. But I knew
Yeah,
Storm was from Africa as well. Yes.
I
yeah.
would
We'll
love
let
to
y'all
see
know.
her versus the Weather Wizard.
Just to let you know,
That's the
she was a.
flashback guy.
I don't know if I know. Egg probably don't know this one. She was a member of Avengers, and she was a member of the Fantastic Four.
What?
I didn't know she was a member of the Fantastic Four. I knew she was a member of the Avengers. I never knew
She
about the
was
Fantastic
she was a member of the Avengers when she married the Black Panther.
Four. Makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, when they combined, like that was yeah. So I just a little insight.
I liked it when her and T'Challa was married.
They still, I think, or they should still be married in the comics. I actually got I bought my niece
Oh
some
yeah,
Fury
she
comics.
did have a husband, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember they
she
mentioned her
married.
husband.
Yeah,
She
she
married
married the
Black
Black
Panther.
Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Matter of fact, in the Wolverine versus Sabretooth, in their last final battle,
Mm.
T'Challa and Storm were it. They was in it, and he talked about because Wolverine and Storm used to date. You know that, right? Tay Tay.
Yes, I do know that.
Wolverine.
Oh.
I didn't
Wolverine
know
was
that.
tapped. Was had relations.
Wait a minute, he was all up in that.
I said relations. 1712. Remember, y'all.
Oh,
Relations.
sugar. Okay, sugar.
Um, I had to go. I had to go to the down south folks for that one. Relations. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah, I
So
gotta remember that. Okay, relations like happy, joy.
yes,
Happy,
yes.
happy, joy, la 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 la. Ooh. Ren and Stimpy is also a Marvel comic. Just to let y'all know that.
Oh my god.
I didn't know that the first Transformer movie Marvel did it.
Yes. Do you know Transformers? So Transformers was actually Image. Was it Image Comics? I didn't realize until the movies came out that Transformers was a comic,
I,
and
I didn't realize that either.
and I didn't like. So the reason they brought, so I don't know if y'all remember the Saturday morning cartoons, the GoBots. The GoBots were the first Transformers. This was
Oh my
before
god,
Transformers.
yeah.
I don't remember that.
Cyclil and
Uh,
all of them. Oh my
Yeah, so you
goodness.
got go
I
Google
don't
the
remember. What
GoBots.
is that?
I remember the
Yes, the
GoBots.
GoBots was.
Yes.
This was when me and Tay Tay was kids. The
I
GoBots were the
remember
original
watching that.
Transformers.
I
This
didn't
was
know they
before
were original
Transformers.
though. I remember
Yes,
them
they
though.
came out first. And Transformers was a comic, but
I
they
remember
brought them
Speed
to
Racers.
screen.
My brother had that.
Speed
Oh,
Racer
Speed
came out in the
Racer?
60s. That
My
was way
brother
before me.
Jose and Jeffrey, they had that.
Oh, Speed Racer?
That was way
And my
before my
older
time.
sisters,
Oh, that's
and
old school. Yeah.
my older sisters, Nita and probably Tiny, they had that.
The GoBots,
What was that called? It was Jim.
I thought they was copying
Jim.
off of Transformers. I used to watch
the
both.
the GoBots came out in 1983.
I remember the GoBots though. Yep.
And when the
The GoBots,
Transformers come out,
here I tell you,
I think 85, 86.
I will tell you. Let me look that up real quick. But
I never knew that. I used to watch both. I thought that the GoBots was like copying off of Transformers though, but nah. Yeah, I remember the GoBots.
shoot, they
and
think a lot of
the Transformer cartoon came out in 1994, four series, September 17th, 1984. 1984, the next
Oh,
year.
see, I was close. I said 85. Okay.
Just giving you a little history,
it's
Kim.
kind of like Jason and Michael Myers. Michael Myers came first.
He did.
It was maybe a
Jason.
year or two before.
Halloween came out in 1978. That's the year I was born. And Friday the 13th didn't come out until the 80s.
1980.
I mean the
1980
eight.
to be exact.
Yeah, the 80s. I said they didn't come out until the 80s. 1980. Halloween came out in 1978.
Okay, so the Transformer comics is IWD Comics.
Mm.
But
Whoever, I mean,
if you
IDW,
look,
I'm sorry.
but look, Mac, I'm not joking. If you watch that original movie, Marvel is in there.
Oh, hold on. No, I'm sorry. The first series of Transformer comics was produced by Marvel Comics.
See?
And IDW published them. So he said the fourth series is being published by IDW Publishing, with the
Yeah, because
third
I
series
definitely
starting
seen
with
they
issue
brand
zero.
on that.
Oh wow! I did not know Marvel started Transformers. I didn't.
Yeah.
I knew they published, but I didn't know that's new to me. See,
And
now
Mac
I
was
gotta.
around. Mac could actually
Wow.
watch the movie. I just only watched the movie because of
I
my
see.
older siblings. That's like Mac. Hey,
I remember seeing. I remember the Transformer comics, but I don't remember seeing the Marvel logos on it. I saw
yeah, the Marvel
IDW
logo's
logos.
on the movie too. It's on the movie.
That's crazy. See,
On
we
that
just
first movie, which is the only Transformer movie that I like. I don't like none of the live action joints. Don't ask me to cover it, kids. I know y'all out there because I ain't gonna do it. If you want me to cover one, we'll cover the first one, and that ain't even my time. You know what I mean?
Accent
But
he ain't
I
covered.
respect the first one so much that I'm willing to cover it. Autobots transform and roll out.
Yep. So let me get to my number 4.
What's your number 4?
So y'all gonna love my number 4. My number 4 is Thor. Thor.
I'm proud of you right now. You should have been a little bit higher, but it don't matter as long as you got him in there. As long as you got him in there, I respect it, brother. I really. Before you continue on, Mac, let me just say, in Mac's voice, one of my partners that before he went to jail, he kept telling me, yo, bro, why you don't like Thor? This is that and third. And yo, once he got locked up for some reason, maybe his voice lingered in my head. I started really reading Thor comics. I read Thor Fear Itself. I wore Gore the God Butcher. Oh my God, that Gore the God Butcher. Oh my God. We got to cover that, man.
We're
going to have to cover that. We're going to have to cover that. And,
so
and Thor God Bomb, that's a continuation of it. So we got to cover both of us. But
I'm ready whenever you is, champ.
we
just got to talk about it ahead of time.
Yeah, but facts.
I do want to say, all right, I want to say this, rest in peace to Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby is the creator. He is the creator of Thor. Him and Stan Lee.
And the Flash.
And the Flash. He created Thor. Stan Lee wrote Thor, but Jack Kirby created him. He also was the creator of the Black Panther and the Fantastic Four. He also did the artwork for the original Captain America. So Jack Kirby is like,
yeah, Jack Kirby was, man, he was that guy.
He's a bad man, yes.
You ain't lying.
So rest in peace to Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. But they're the ones.
You know, the Flash was the first science fiction comic book ever. A lot of people don't know that. They didn't do that before that. Like people being doused in chemicals or being bit by radioactive spiders. That didn't happen till after the Flash. Just so y'all know.
Well, we'll get to. Well, I know you talked about Flash. You got to get into more detail.
Yeah, you ain't lying. We might have to do the Flashpoint paradox, man.
And you know, one thing. Thor was first introduced in Journey to Mysteries number 83 in 1962. And I know everybody know that the history of Thor is Norse mythology. So they brought them in they started a whole comic book series with the Asgardians. One of the great storylines of the Asgardians is Asgardians of the Galaxy when Thor joined the Guardians of the Galaxy. But that's not nowhere close to my favorite Thor comics. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. One of my favorite Thor comics is Gore the God Butcher. And that's when Thor had to go back in history to get young Thor and then go off into the future to get
present
Thor. To get Thor.
Oh, you talking about the future?
The Thor Force,
old Thor.
The Odin Force, old Thor, and he had to get his 2 daughters to come help him beat Gore. Like that's my favorite story of Thor. I've actually read that book. I've watched the
audio, the motion comic. The motion comic,
and I've listened to people read the story. Like it's a 4-hour story. I've actually watched it so many times. That's my favorite Thor story. But right now, I think this is going to be my new favorite Thor storyline, the one that's in progress right now. And this is going to be real interesting. Right now, Thanos has been risen from the dead, and he's collecting the Infinity Stones again. And this is the part that's gonna get everybody. It's a new Infinity Stone, the Black Stone, and Doom is trying to get a hold of that stone right now because he feel like he needs that power, and he feel like he's the only one that can really, wield that power. So he's kind of helping Thor beat Thanos at the same time with a undertone of trying to get that stone. And at the same time, right now, Thanos has Mjolnir and all the Infinity Stones and Mjolnir. So y'all go
Oh, he got
read that story.
Mjolnir? Oh
What?
no.
Oh boy.
I think I'm gonna
Yes.
name if I get another dog and it's a female, I'm naming her that. But go ahead.
Man, that's cool. That's this storyline that they've created right now. Not gonna lie, some of the storylines they've been creating lately for the comic books, not the movies. The comic books have been great. Even with Spider-Man and Ben Riley has became a new villain that's called Chasm. It's a great story. Y'all got to go read it. But the Thor, and I just want to give y'all a heads up so y'all understand how powerful Thor is. Thor is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel universe.
Talk to
Period.
him.
Like,
Talk to him.
honest to God, is you. Most people have not even witnessed how powerful Thor is, and young
Oh, they
Thor don't
have
even
when
know
he
how
get on
powerful.
that warrior madness. Talk,
Yeah,
that's his berserker rage.
yes.
Don't let
They
Thor
don't.
go into
We're
that
gonna talk
warrior's
about that. We're gonna
madness.
talk about that later. But yeah, Thor, when he has Odin Force, and even before he had Odin, Thor is so powerful. Thor actually could have beat Thanos by himself. Thor has beaten the Hulk. Thor actually got so powerful one time, and this is in one of the new Thor comic books. I mean, the new Hulk comic books where he was trying to help the Hulk when the Hulk had destroyed the whole planet. He ended up Thor had gotten so. I mean, Hulk had gotten so mad he started emitting radiation, and the people
Damn, what
around
the
him
hell
was
is that?
I don't know, but they was about to hit something. But Hulk has gotten so mad that he was emitting the radiation off his body, turning people into Hulks. Thor ended up becoming a Hulk, and Hulk had to fight a hulked out Thor. Now imagine that. And
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like he already
hulked
a
out
handful
Thor
by
was
itself.
hulked out Thor was mashing Hulk like badly. It took Odin to turn Hulk into a Thor and let him be able to wield Mjolnir, and with his help, he was able to beat Thor. That was it. That's the only way he was able to beat Thor. But most of the time, Thor beats Hulk. Hulk has never beat Thor one-on-one ever. In no comic book. Ever. Just to tell y'all how powerful Thor is literally one of Thor, the only people in Marvel comics that
Actually,
probably can
Mac
beat.
he didn't beat him in World Breaker Hulk, or Thor didn't come through and help
I don't even think Thor was a
when he
part of it.
came back.
I got to go back and think it, but no, he didn't just beat Hulk like that. Even Century didn't beat Hulk,
Yeah, and
but I don't think
Century
Thor.
is
Yeah,
when
the
Century turned
most.
into the void,
Yeah,
Century a Gemini. He got two sides. He
I
like
know.
Mac. So if
Century is the
he
most
becomes
powerful
the
thing.
void,
Period. There's
all
only one
bets is
person that
off.
can. There's only one person that can beat Century, and that's Blue Marvel. But we'll get into that a whole another time.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But yeah, Thor is literally one of the most powerful beings. Period.
Nah, Mac, that's a good choice. I love Thor, man. Love
Yes.
Thor. Great character. I love Storm too. Aurora Monroe. Um, they both are solid characters. I like both of y'all number fours. I can't complain. Let's go to number three. Tay Tay. Queen of MMA.
Tay Tay. Did she disappear on us?
See,
Tay Tay.
we don't had a nerd attack and Tay done left.
She's here. She's just not here. You on mute if you're talking, Tay Tay. She might have got a phone call.
True. All right, let me just say, when Thor enters that Warrior's Madness, there was one story I was reading where they was looking for Thor, and they went to Jotun. What my boy said? He said, "This isn't Earth where you summon a little lightning and they worship you as a god. This is Jotun." He was in there fighting the frost giants. When I tell you, even Wolverine, and I'm not joking, I don't remember what comic it was. It might have been Fear itself that I'm talking about. I gotta actually get that comic because that was such a good read. My cousin Benny let me read it. He said, "Leave him." Wolverine even said leave him, don't you know what I mean? Let him get it out. Like he was like they followed the mountain of blue frost blood from the forest giant. That's how they found Thor. They couldn't even find him on Yoga. If they didn't follow the trail of giant's blood, they would have never been able to find him. And Thor just had that hammer just spinning it and bugging out. Like he really entered the Warriors Madness full. And you got to understand when he enters the Warriors Madness, he actually sacrifices his humanity, which he hates. You know what I mean? You know, and he gets real animalistic like Wolverine. And he basically gets a tenfold in strength on top of that.
Okay.
So
Hey,
that
so
Warriors Madness is
Tay
serious.
Tay is on the phone with her mom. She just texted me her number 3, so I'm gonna let you talk about her number 3 because that's your guy, and her number 3 is the Flash.
Oh, the Flash.
So go into your full.
Well, as far as the Flash, shout out to Jack Kirby. May peace be upon
Yes,
him.
again.
You know, first science fiction comic book character ever, and it was warranted. It's for a good reason. We had so many Flashes: J.J. Garrett, Bart Allen, Wally West, and Barry Allen, who are my 2 favorites.
Barry is the current one right now.
Yeah. Wally takes over
West
after that when Barry dies in Infinite Crisis. Wally ends up, which he's Kid Flash at the time, he ends up taking the mantle over, which any young boy does for their OG if they really solid. And he wears the mask. And I just really love and admire that story because it really shows that you can really, you know what I mean, determine the outcome of the future. Like in the Infinite Crisis, right? Who was it? Damn, what was the bad guy? Oh man, can't think of it. Can't think of the name right now. I can't believe I'm forgetting. But
He come at the lane.
But basically, it was anti. See, I can't remember, but he basically is gonna destroy the world. It wasn't Batman's brain or Superman's super strength that saved the world. It was the Flash ability to run. That's what ended up saving the world. So I got a lot of respect and admiration for Flash. The Flash is probably the dude out of the Justice League that could process stuff so fast it ain't even funny. He can make whirlwind vectors with his hands. He can travel around the world and increase his body mass, delivering an infinite
Hello?
mass.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Tay.
Sorry about that. That was mom calling me.
It's okay, Tay.
Oh. Yeah. I'm here.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead with
it's cool. Your number 3. Yeah, talk about your number 3.
Oh, yeah, the Flash is my number 3. I like him. He's my second favorite hero as well. He has the ability to freeze time, turn back time, and he's very fast. He's faster than Superman on foot. He's just quick. I love the Flash.
Yeah, because he can't fly.
That's right. He can't fly, but he is all good.
He can fly fast enough to where but that's another.
Yeah,
he can run
he
fast
can just
enough.
stop time and everything.
If you put him on that cosmic treadmill, it's a wrap. They
Hey,
literally
and
call
don't
it. Yeah.
did you
Mhm.
mention Jay Garrick?
Yeah, I said JJ Garrett. I mentioned all the
Okay,
flashes. I said
okay.
JJ Garrett, even though he wasn't as fast as Barry, and then you got to understand Wally. Once he takes over and Barry is deceased for 4 years, he becomes a flash. He ends up faster than him.
yeah.
Now, what comic book is the Flash in?
Oh, the Flash was his own original comic book. The Flash
Uh,
came out in 1939. The first Flash came
oh
out.
man.
Yeah, that was way before our time.
Yup, as Nana and Pop Pop stuff.
Give you a just a fun fact. His original name, his nickname was the Scarlet Speedster.
Yes, sir.
Oh, oh snap! I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And y'all gonna like my number three. So my number three,
Yeah,
I
go ahead,
couldn't.
man.
I had to put these two together, even though he is by himself. My number three is really Wolverine, but since
Wait. How you, Mac? You cheating?
no, I'm not.
And Wolverine should be higher, but that's just how I feel.
No, that's your list. It's my list. I love Wolverine. That is probably one of my favorite comics. Period. But the reason I'm putting him and X Men like together because they are one, but they're not. Wolverine is really his own. Wolverine has so many. Like let me explain this. I don't think anybody understands. Wolverine probably has more storylines than any other comic book character.
Facts.
The only person that comes close to Wolverine as far as storylines is probably Spider Man. And
And I
with
would have thought
Wolverine,
Spider Man had more to keep it real.
mm, I'm gonna give you an example. Did you know Wolverine has a kid with a witch from World War II? That the reason they have a kid is so this witch can defeat a demon every year, and that she can have a healing power, and she has magical blades of bone that comes out of her skin because she's the child of Wolverine.
Hmm.
Wolverine has a child with Jean Grey. Wolverine has a child with Frost, with Anne Frost. He has uh Wolverine has
Oh
like
wow.
just Wolverine has so many. I'm gonna give y'all another thing. Wolverine has a power to where he can heat up his claws.
Now wait a minute. He didn't have nothing with Silver Fox.
I think Wolverine has a lot of kids. Like
Mm.
he has so many kids that his kids had storylines. He
Oh
has
man.
yes. I mentioned Dakin earlier. That's one of his kids. That's one of his kids that he really don't deal with, but he's not gonna let anybody mess with his son. Like it's crazy. I actually got Dark Wolverine comics, but Dakin is one of his kids that he just it's his son. His son is like a hitman and deals with the mob and things like that. But he's not gonna let anybody mess with his son. Like I love the Wolverine storyline. Wolverine actually was introduced in the Hulk. So if y'all want to know where Wolverine,
Dang. Never knew that.
I actually have the Wolverine's origin book in my in my comic book collection. Like it's a real thick book, and it's
I
in
gotta
my
come
comic
down to
book collection.
Texas and visit you. Oh wow.
And let me see what's something y'all might not know. I know everybody
Oh
knows he was a member of X Men, right?
yeah, that
Everybody knows he was a member of X Force.
I
Everybody
know
knows
that.
he was a member of the Avengers. But did y'all know that he also was a member of the Alpha Fight Team and also a member of the Fantastic Four?
Nope. Mm-mm. I didn't
Ed,
know
did you
that.
know?
Um, number two. We
What
up
you
to
knew
number
that
three,
he?
right?
No. I'm asking you. Did you know he was a member of Alpha Fight and also a member of the
Yeah, yeah,
Fantastic
yeah,
Four? Okay.
yeah.
Did you know
He
his
wasn't a
first
part of
appearance was
Omega
in
Flight.
no Alpha Flight,
Yeah, but
not
okay,
Omega Flight. It was Alpha Flight.
okay, okay.
But did you know his first? He was first appearance was Incredible Hulk 180, and he wasn't. He actually was a villain.
I didn't realize that.
Yes, he was a villain in the Hulk comic. He's also, we all
Wow.
Weapon X Logan. That's like I love, man. Just I told y'all about him able to heat up his blades. He got superhuman strength, his stamina, his durability, um,
Mhm.
his 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 sense of smell. So powers that he actually has that people don't actually utilize in the movies like they should. He has what you call a sense to where he can communicate with animals. Like they use that in the comics a lot. Like
Like the
you see him in
Beastmaster?
kind of like the Beastmaster, but a little different. It's like when
Uh,
he's in the woods and he's in nature. Like you see him use his scent, but he can also communicate with animals. Like that's one of his abilities. And another thing that he has, and Act mentioned it a whole lot while we was doing this show. His most powerful ability is his berserker mode. Once he goes into berserker mode, like it's nothing. He doesn't remember anything, and everything is like, man, it's a whole nother beast. And if he goes into berserker mode, it's the only person that can probably beat him is Magneto.